Why AI? What is so special about artificial intelligence? What does it show us to ourselves about what we find important, what we would like to invest in, what we would like to develop? I think technology is a little bit like a mirror. It sort of shows you what you think is important, what you think needs development, what you understand reasonably well, what you find exhilarating or challenging. And I think in that sense, there is something similar that we can do with our current technology, like what we do when we look, for instance, at the ancient pyramids in Egypt. You know, if you look at these magnificent structures, you cannot help but wonder why. What was so special about these pyramids? Why did they put in so much effort, so much resources in developing those structures? What does that tell us about them so many centuries later? And I think that this, for me, is a question that I have about AI as well. What does that show us? And I am, very much interested and enthusiastic about artificial intelligence. I played chess computers at the time they were still easy to beat. And trust me, that's a long time ago. And I was fascinated, not so much because of the chess, but because I was sort of playing with a certain aspect of myself, of my own intelligence. I was looking in a mirror, a very strange one. It wasn't an accurate representation. There's lots of differences between human brains and AI systems, but there were some similarities as well, and that fascinates me. So we can learn about ourselves by looking at our own technology, our own products. And that question, what can we learn from what we make, is actually becoming more urgent, more important perhaps, with the whole discussion about superintelligence. You know, you probably heard about superintelligence. The basic idea is that we're developing machines and we're improving so fast that their cognitive capacities will equal and then surpass those of ourselves. And this is going to happen, well, nobody knows. You cannot predict the future, but some people expect somewhere around the half or the end of the first half of this century, 2045, 2050. The majority of experts that have been asked those questions suggest that it's going to happen in any case in this century. And let me explain. When I say surpass, I really mean completely surpasses at all possible domains and levels. Some people suggest that they will be as different in terms of intelligence to us as we are different from mice. And with all due respect to mice, human intelligence seems to be in a somewhat different kind of league, right? I mean, I haven't checked recently with the mice, but I don't think they write books. They eat them, mine sometimes. They don't compose music. I don't like all these sort of specialized claims about humans, about ourselves and how we are different, but it's undeniably so that there is some sort of difference between animals and human beings in terms of culture and the kind of products that our intelligence produces. So these animals, these super intelligent creatures will be as different from us as we are from mice. And some people suggest that we will be lucky if they domesticate us. They're not going to exterminate us like Arnold Schwarzenegger on his motorbike in the Terminator, or they're not going to keep us as batteries like in movies of the Matrix. No, they might just keep us as amusing pets, as cats or dogs. And so many people are now putting in lots of millions of dollars in developing these super intelligent technologies. And at the same time, people like Elon Musk, for instance, is willing to donate tens of millions in order to keep that super intelligence friendly. And that, for me, sort of emphasizes, reinforces this question about what does AI show us about who we are? I mean, we make we put millions into creating superintelligence, in developing smarter and smarter systems, and at the same time we're going to put in millions in order to keep it friendly. What does that paradox actually tell us about the whole effort we're putting in here? And we're at a reasonably important moment in our history. I think it's fair to say that we understand ourselves in not a small part, thanks to neuroscience, a lot better than we do. We understand the basic building blocks of our evolution. We can study our brain in increasing detail. And we can also, at this moment in time, build the technology that might help us to surpass our limitations or might improve on us. But that possibility, that power, creates also a very important question. Namely, where, in what domains do we need improvement, first and foremost? But unfortunately, in artificial intelligence, I don't see such self-reflection. On the contrary, what I see in AI is that we're running for the money. The smartest minds go to work for Google or for Amazon, for the big companies, or even for the military. Former CEO of Google, Hammerbacher, once said that the best minds of our current generation focus on making people click more ads, more advertisements. And that sucks. His choice of words, not mine. So if I reflect on human history, then I don't think we need to improve intelligence primarily. We're already the smartest on the planet, or at least we pride ourselves on being that, as it is. When I look at human history, last century, or even this one, I see wars and cruelty and inequality. And I don't think that it is intelligence that needs improvement. I don't think we need to improve our own intelligence. I think what we need as a species is to strengthen our capacity to act ethically, to act empathically. We very often know what we should do, what would be the right thing to do, but we're weak. We just don't act that way, or at least not consistently. And so if people from the future will look at us in the same way that we look at the Egyptians, then I don't think they say, well, it's logical that they put so much effort in building these intelligent machines and working towards AI and superintelligence. No, they would probably think, look, if it was not glaringly obviously to them that what they needed was ethical improvement, then they're actually must have been pretty stupid. We need to control our selfishness, to improve our capacity to care, to strengthen our fairness. It's ethics, it's empathy, it's not intelligence. So I think, and I suggest, that we don't need smart technology, we need wise technology. Not improving commerce via smart ads, or self-driving cars, Internet of Things. No, I think we need a totally different kind of technology. So if you take a step back and you look at these 21st century pyramids that we're currently building, then it's really hard not to be puzzled. Why are we building superintelligence? Chess machines that play better chess than us, instead of ethical machines? Why are we trying to extend our intelligence instead to build the kind of crutches that we need for the ethically crippled creatures that we actually are? What the brightest of our generation should study is not AI, it's not artificial intelligence, it's artificial ethics. We're smug enough as it is already. So as a species, I think we need wisdom especially. We say Homo sapiens. Sometimes we're so proud of that word that we say it twice. We're the Homo sapiens sapiens. But sapiens means distinguishing what is important. It's not instrumental intelligence aiming for high level of performance. It's deeply felt understanding about what is wise, what is the right kind of thing to do. Sapiens is about wisdom. So we don't need super intelligence, we need super ethics. Thank you.